LivingEmunah, number 2, by Rabbi David Asher, part 17, Hishtadlus, necessary but not effective. The Pasuk states in Bereshit 3:19, by the sweat of your brow shall you eat bread. This verse requires us to work and make an effort to secure livelihood. The Meshilat Yesharim, chapter 21, writes that this requirement works like a tax. Not that the effort is effective, but the effort is necessary. It is something we have to do, but we must not think that our efforts are what bring us our livelihood. This is always only from Hashem. Once we pay our tax and make an effort to earn a living, we have opened the doors for Hashem to send us His blessing. Rav Nachman of Breslev drew an analogy to the two very wealthy brothers who lived across the street from each other. One was very generous and hospitable, while the other was a miser. Once the traveler was passing through the town and asked where he would be able to be hosted to a warm, nourishing meal. He was directed to the generous brother, but he mistakenly went to the miser. He knocked on the door and explained that he was looking for a warm meal. The miser said, "Sure, but I will first ask you to help me with some things around the house." The guest was compelled to spend 4 grueling hours performing all kinds of laborious tasks, including moving furniture and carrying heavy items up several flights of stairs. After 4 hours, the miser said, "Go to the house across the street, and you will be given a large hot meal." And so the traveler, exhausted and famished, crossed the street, knocked on the other brother's door, and said he was looking for a place to eat. He was warmly welcomed and given a large, delicious dinner. After the meal, the traveler said, "I'm very upset. I spent 4 hours doing hard work for the man across the street, and all I get for my work is 1 meal. He then proceeded to tell his host the whole story. "I'm sorry to tell you," the host gently said, "but you worked for 4 hours for nothing. You worked for my brother who gave you nothing. The meal you received was given to you for free, by me, not because of your work." The guest had to work before receiving his meal, but his work was not what produced the meal. The same is true of all our efforts in life. We have to try as hard as we can to accomplish, but the livelihood we receive is the result of Hashem's blessing, and the outcome is not related to our efforts. The principal of local high school told me that he experienced this concept firsthand. A teacher in the school gave birth over the summer, and her 6-week maternity leave was to conclude 10 days after the beginning of the new school year. The principal spent a great deal of time the rest of the summer trying to find someone to cover for the teacher during the first 10 days, but without success. This teacher taught 3 different subjects to several classes, and none of the other teachers in the school had time to prepare that much material. He tried finding teachers from outside the school, but understandable, no one was willing to accept a teaching job for only 10 days. The principal was very apprehensive. He was new on the job and had recruited many new students over the summer, promising them an excellent year, and now he was without a teacher for the first 10 days. The day before school started, another administrator from the school came into his office and told him he received a voicemail from a woman looking for a teaching job. The principal could not believe that someone would be calling for a job the day before school began, but he took the number and called. There was no answer, and he tried several times, again throughout the day, but could not get through. Finally, late that evening, he tried one last time, and the woman picked up the phone. She explained that she had recently retired after 30 years of teaching, but was still interested in periodic substituting jobs. "Can you teach Chumash, Navi, and Halakha?" The principal asked. "Sure," the woman said. "I can teach whatever you need me to." And the job was filled. The principal made his Hishtadlus, his effort, spending many hours trying to find a substitute. In the end, a teacher was found, but not at all as a result of his efforts. His effort was necessary, but it was not what produced the results.